So it's nothing new that you can generate bleed for irregular shapes with PDF Toolbox. But sometimes you don't want to create new or additional bleed to your PDF files. You simply want to check whether a PDF file has enough or sufficient bleed or not. And of course want to get an error message as soon as a PDF file don't have the required bleed amount. So let me show you how you can test this with PDF Toolbox. So as soon as you create a new check, you can search for bleed missing here in the search bar. And you can see you will get two different check properties. The one is bleed missing for page, and this is for rectangular pages. And then we also have the check property bleed missing for irregular shapes. And this will render the PDF file along a path line and will check whether there is sufficient bleed or not. So let's go through the different parameters here. First, you have to set the required bleed. So for example, we want to check whether a PDF file has at least 2 millimeters of bleed along a path, and the path is typically a cut line. Here, the next one is the shape definition, and here I have to specify the path element that should be taken into account. So in this case, it is usually, as I said, a die line or a cut line. So you can add, for example, a check property to check for a specific spot color name, in my case for a die line. And then you also have a parameter to filter for rendering. So here you can also exclude objects for the rendering process. And then the same goes for spot colors. You can also restrict some spot colors for rendering. For example, you don't want to take the varnish layer into account. And last but not least, you have to specify the render resolution. So I will go with 300 ppi in my case, but you can of course set the value as you want to. And now let me maybe run this check here in my test mode, because the test mode also provides some helpful information for configuring this check property. So first of all, we get an error message, and that was kind of expected because, as you can see here also in my file name, my PDF file only has 0.5 millimeter of bleed. So of course, since we checked for 2 millimeter bleed, we get an error message. And what I wanted to show you is this shape preview here in my test mode. If you have not this tab right now, you simply have to activate it here in the bottom menu bar and then rerun the test mode again, and then you will get this shape preview. And for this check property, you can see PDF Toolbox will also visualize the area that PDF Toolbox will analyze for existing bleed. So in this case, this area is 2 millimeter. So maybe let me adjust the required value here to show you that other result. So now we have sufficient bleed because we have 0.5 millimeter bleed in my PDF file. You can also see the area here in my shape preview is now smaller, of course, and we also don't have any error warnings now. And the last one that I want to show you is if you are in the prepress color and transparency library, you can also use a predefined check property here, bleed missing for irregular shapes. So that is already part of this library, so you can immediately use it if you want to. And if I run that, PDF Toolbox will ask me for some values here in the Ask at Runtime dialog. So I can specify the required bleed, I can specify the spot color name for the cut contour. So let's go with die line. And then if I run it, you will get exactly the same result as we had for our own check.